Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna oil our pan. We're using vegetable oil to do this. And then we're just gonna add our salmon in. Now, if you notice, we're leaving the not only the skin on, but we're not seasoning the salmon because we're gonna add our seasonings later, and we're not gonna cook the salmon all the way through. We're gonna cook it just enough to break apart, and then we're gonna it's gonna be fried again. So we're gonna cook both sides, and then we're gonna pull our skin off. I start with the skin side down just because we plan on pulling it off. So we don't want the other side to, I guess, burn in the process. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull that off, Now you're gonna wanna make sure that it's not raw in the middle when we go into doing this. We're gonna make sure it's nice and, cooked all the way through. So we're gonna add all of our cooked salmon into the bowl. We're gonna break it apart, and we're gonna add in our veggies and our seasoning. We have yellow peppers, white onions that we're gonna add, a number of seasonings. We're gonna add cooked shrimp already. Now we just cooked shrimp, seasoned it up real good, and chopped it into pieces. This is just our salt and pepper blend here, so we're just gonna add a little bit of that, because remember, we didn't season our meat before. We didn't season our salmon before. So we have garlic powder as well. Then we're gonna add some onion powder. We have, there's a seafood season blend that we're using as well. And then it's I have my own special little blend that I put together. It's, adds a little spice, a little sweetness to it. So we're gonna add that in as well. Now we're just gonna add all of our seasonings in together. We're just gonna stack them all on top, pile it on, mix it in very well. So we're gonna take our time mixing this up because we want it to be mixed in well. We don't want any chunky parts. We don't want any like clumps of seasoning in it. So we're just gonna take our time and we're gonna mix that up real good. Then we're gonna add we're just gonna top it off with a few more seasonings. Then we're gonna add our breadcrumbs and we're using panko as well. We just wanna get a nice crispiness to it, and our breading is gonna make it perfect for when we do our balls. So we're just gonna throw that panko in there, and then we're gonna add a lot of breadcrumbs because we're gonna want this nice and breaded on the outside, and we also want this to hold together. Now, once it's nice and mixed together, you got all your seasonings and your vegetables and everything blended together, you're just gonna make nice balls out of your salmon blend. Now, after you make all your balls, we're gonna actually flatten these out, and we're gonna make them into little, almost like hamburger patties, but I guess it's gonna be a salmon patty instead. And then we're gonna go straight back to our pan. We're gonna add a little more of the vegetable oil, not enough to cover it, but just enough so that it sits over into the oil. And then we're gonna cook those generously on both sides just until it's brown. Because remember, your salmon's already, for the majority part, it's already cooked through. So we're just browning the outside, cooking those vegetables up inside, getting those flavors all mixed in. Get this rice out of the way because we're gonna be using that for our plating. Now you see it's nice and brown on both sides. And once both sides are brown, you're gonna pull them out. You're gonna set them on your plate with a little bit of rice. We're gonna garnish the top of this just to make it look real pretty. And there you go. You got your Food Guys Salmon Croquettes. Like, subscribe. Catch you later.